What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I've got a great video for you guys today. I'm going to talk about the craziest ride I ever gave. It was really hard for me to decide which one to do because I've had some really wild rides, and crazy can depend on the definition. I have crazy scary, crazy cool, crazy just outlandish, but I chose one really unique story and I might share the others in the future. Before I jump into this video, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is the best app for rideshare drivers, hands down. It gets you access to guaranteed pay. It's packed full of a ton of incredible other features. And on top of that, they say the average solo driver makes at least an extra $5K a year. So check it out, guys. Our viewers are gonna get $10 just for signing up using the link in the description below. Let's go into this crazy story. Alrighty, so it was a Saturday night. I had given a ton of rides and my mindset was I'm gonna give 2 or 3 and then I'm done. It was probably 4, maybe even 4:30 in the morning. So really, really late or early, depending on your definition. And so I get a request at this small, it's not a big bar, big club or anything like that. It's kind of in a random kind of neighborhood, but not really. And so I go there and I see this guy standing outside. I mean, pretty much the whole thing's closed down, except you see, the few bartenders that are really closing things down, still cleaning whatever they're doing. And so there's this guy out there. Of course, he's my passenger, and he's a taller dude. He's got this massive, massive black eye and goose egg on his head. And I'm like, oh boy, this dude just got in a gnarly fight. And really no one else around. So I pull up, I'm like, hey, are you so-and-so? And he's like, yeah. And he's I can already tell he's in a foul mood. No shock, obviously, based on his physical condition. And so gets in the car, and we've got about a 20-minute ride. And I was kind of man, I did not want to give this long of a ride, right before I wanted to go home. And it's not really in the direction I want to go, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll make the most of it. And so we're driving, we're talking, and probably the wrong time, but my, go-to, everyone else, is, how's your night, man? And he's like, oh man, really not good. He's like, I just drank too much and said some things I shouldn't have said, and some dude clocked me, and we got in a little bit of a scuffle, and then his boys jumped in, and he's like, yeah, they really did a number on me. And I was like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, and so I was like, I've never been in a bar fight, but I can't imagine it's, a great experience by any means. And he's like, yeah. So we're talking, and we kind of small talk, the whole way. He's really drunk too. He's still belligerent, but he's not acting crazy, but he's just slurring his words like you wouldn't believe. And just, he's just a mess. So then we start pulling up to his house, and at that point we'd gotten into a pretty good conversation, and he was like, yo, you want to come in for some drinks? And I was like, well, I can't have drinks, but I was like, I'm done for the night. So I was like, I'll have a beer, but then I'm driving home without the app on. And obviously I don't condone drinking and driving, but to my knowledge, I think 1 is the legal limit per hour. I don't know how that law works, but I'm pretty sure if you drink 1 beer, 1 Bud Light, you're fine. If not, I'm a fool for making this video. So anyways, I go in, I have a beer with him, and I got good vibes, so I wasn't worried about it, but this is where it's crazy. So then he looks at me at one point, drunk as a skunk, and he's like, hey, have you ever shot a crossbow? And I was like, no. And he was like, you want to? And I was like, I mean, dude, why not? So he pulls out this giant crossbow, and he sets up targets in his house, and so we're shooting his crossbow for another half an hour to an hour in his house. And I've literally never shot one before, so I was like, oh, it's kind of a cool experience. So then after 30 minutes to an hour of shooting the crossbow, he was like, do you like hoops? And I do. I love basketball. So I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'll kill you at horse right now. And I was like, no, you won't, dude. You're drunk as can be. I will bust you at horse, pig, whatever you want to play. So then we go out in his driveway, and it's probably 5 in the morning, and we played horse for probably another half hour. I did win because I wasn't letting some drunk dude beat me. And then he wanted me to come in and have more drinks, and then I started kind of feeling weird, and I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. Like, I don't really know you like that. It's already like sketch enough that like I hung out with you. But yeah, so then I drove home. I probably got home at like 5:30, and it was just a gnarly experience. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know some of your crazier stories in the comments below. Make sure you check out Solo, get that free $10 for signing up, and stay tuned for more updates.